See the world as it is. See yourself as you are. Orwell Dawn. Recently, when we look at the news, we see many conflicts between nations and even wars becoming increasingly intense. But there is a question that may be worth asking. This pattern of conflicts, does it only exist between nations? Or is it already present within the relationships between people, beginning to emerge? In the previous part, we saw that 31% figure may not simply be a return to tradition, but may reflect a deeper structural shift. And when these changes begin to affect the most basic relationships, one of the most clearest places this appears is in the relationship between men and women. For example, the same generation of men on the one hand say they want women to be successful, but on the other hand also say they do not want women to be too independent. This creates clear tension. This contradiction is not only an isolated case. If traditional family roles were truly returning, we would expect a consistent structure. For example, men providing the primary economic resources, and women taking the primary family roles. But the survey does not show a full return of that system. If we look more closely, traditional male roles were never only about authority. They usually involved three elements: providing resources, providing protection, and holding authority within the household. But in modern societies, two of these functions have already begun to weaken. Men are no longer the sole providers of resources, and the protective functions of the family has increasingly been replaced by institutions and social systems. So, if there is still an insistence today on final male authority, that does not necessarily mean the entire traditional family model has truly returned. Instead, it reveals a state of role instability. As social roles change, the traditional structure of family cooperation begins to loosen. Historically, the male role was relatively clear. Man provided the main economic resources and held the final decision-making authority within the household. But as women's education raised, as women gain economic independence, marriage becomes more of a partnership. The problem is that a new stable structure has not yet fully formed. And when a new stable structure has not yet formed, the uncertainty of social position begins to increase. For some men, this is not only a change of role, but also a feeling that their place is slipping away. When positions become uncertain, cooperation begins to weaken. And when cooperation starts to break down, relationships begin to change. But the question is, when cooperation is no longer stable, what happens between people? If you want to keep exploring the structures behind the news and what is really happening in society, follow this channel.